let's say I want to look for Emma King's record, isn't it? I want to look for Emma King's record. All I have to do is go to search. When you go to search, it gives you all the fields and the operators with that. Is that right? If you click on search tab, within your, you have to be in your table. If you're in your table, you need to click on search. Go to your table first and now click on search tab. You see all the fields and you will see the operators, right? Now if I was looking for first name, I can easily say here equals and write here Emma. Is that right? And just click on go. Computer will show you the result. Does it give you one record now? It just shows you that particular record. Yeah? Records. I mean, obviously, we have not specifically said I want to see address. This is just search. This is like find, basically. This is what Excel is capable also with filters. Right? We will learn how to write on the other way. I want to only see address. Yeah. But what I'm saying is today we can actually use this feature to search whatever I want to search. If I wanted, again click on search. You can choose city equals London. I don't know what cities are there, but area basically. I want to search area, which is area equals Stratford. People living in Stratford. Is that okay? Now, can you relate it to the screens you see on your websites? Brand, you tick a brand. You don't have to type, you just tick basically. But that brand option, all the products for that brand come up, or if you're searching properties, that will come up. If you're searching for jobs, that title is looked for. Now here, if you look at the search, you have like. So instead of first name equals, I can always say like here. And I want to look for anybody whose name starts with E. If I write E, nothing will come up. Does that make sense? Because there's nothing like E. I have to use my wildcards. You have to use like and a wildcard. You can't just say like. Like is equivalent to equal to if you don't use wildcards. So when I'm saying now here, I want search, and if I say first name like, I can say anything. Now this means anything starting with, no, anything ending with E. Because everything can be in the beginning, nothing can be at the end. So this means anything ending with E. So let's see what does the result come. So Claire, Julie, Elaine and Dave, their name ends with an E. Is that okay? Look, how you have written down it matters. If I write down percentage and this, I have said there's nothing after this. I have not said what is after this. So that means anything, one character, two characters, anything can be in the beginning. If I say like this, starts with E, because I just said percentage this side. And if I say this, then I'm saying anywhere. Wherever we have an E. Or you can actually say, let's say anybody whose name contains a sub-letter some would come. So it's about how you're searching. But this is what usually your searches are. When you know whatever search box you get on the website, when you're searching for jobs or whatever, they say search a title or whatever. So they are actually using this expression. You have anything here and a percentage in the beginning, percentage in the end. Anywhere in the title that word can be, and you want that page to come up or whatever. It works on Google. But Google, you don't have to put percentages. That is what Google is doing. That box is actually already using percentage signs. Does that make sense? That box is, or wherever they're written down the query, they've already written down percentages on both sides, and that's how they're matching. It only overrides when you put inverted commas. That overrides the percentage. So you're looking at exact match. Starting with E, yeah? Just go down and say go. So starting with E.
And the one before that means?
Ending with E, and in both sides means anywhere, isn't it? In between, anywhere. So everybody's okay with a bit of a search. Obviously, this data doesn't have any numerical data, otherwise I would have said search houses greater than this or greater than that. Sure. What I want to do is should we start SQL? Are you okay with this now? Sure. How many, if any questions you can ask now? Sure. Yes, no, where are we? You okay with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to, not, what I'm trying to say is this is restrictive. This front end is restrictive. Let's say I want to say, okay, same example in the morning, I want to pick up Emma King's record only. I mean, obviously at the moment there's no more Emmas, but there could be, right? So, or let's say I want people who are living in Stratford, or are there more options? I don't know. Let me just see the record. I don't want to say where. And Loughton, right? There's no more. Okay, I want to edit these records. Can I edit them? Can I change somebody's value here? No, I can't. This table is not going to allow me any update or any insert or delete. Can you see? I can't click on anything. I can't change any information here.
You can go there, editing and write my query.
Okay. I can add more by saying insert. Is that okay? I can add more, but I cannot edit anyone here. The reason I can obviously write down a query to write down edit, but you will not be able to change anything here, because is there any key in this table or any column in this table you think which is unique? Which one? Which is okay? Which is this one? Are you sure it's unique? For each person, yes. Is that right? Yeah. Customer numbers, right? You think that is unique, right? But did we inform computer that it is unique? No. Until and unless the database knows that this is a unique column, it will not allow you editing. Yeah. So what I can do is I can go to structure. This is your table structure. Is that okay?
Wait, just to make sure, so the unique column means that it's just to find it. It's just to, so it can find that, so that one particular thing. It's the one bit that's never going to change.
The whole concept of a primary key is there should be one number or something to identify you, only one person in the whole system. Do you understand?
Yeah, I get it.
You have to, in every system, whichever systems we are working in or wherever our data is captured, it is very important to pinpoint one object in itself. So that's why there are unique numbers. Do you understand? Okay, I don't know whether you've noticed this or not. Every train numbers have a number. Train or bus
Yeah.
has a number. There is a route, like 56 is a route, 30 is a route. That's not the bus number. But then on that bus, I don't know how closely you've seen that, every door has a number as well. On a train also, every door, every window has a number. Even if I don't even go that far, if you go to walk into Dalston station, the pillar, the bridge, the wall also has a number. So if people follow that systematic numbering technique, they can actually write it down on a piece of paper to someone, this is faulty. This needs a repair. Otherwise, you just need a lot of explanation how to get there. So every system requires name to be given to something which is not going to be repeated, which is going to be. So if I go back to I think every system you are used to right now has a number. Is that right? So you are in traveling system, you have your passport numbers. That's travel system. Is that right? For revenue and you have NI number. For driving society, you have got driving license number. So everywhere, every system we are part of, we've got a numbers to identify you as a person, as an individual. And it was very important. But do you think when we are talking manufacturing, do they have numbers? Everything which comes out of a machine, does that has a number?
Serial number. If it's electronic goods or
Every electronic good would have a serial number. And I think most of us are men here. So cars and sports is something which engines has also numbers. Chassis numbers, people are very aware of that, isn't it? Everything which comes out of an industry, anything which is getting manufactured has a serial number. Everything has got a number on it, so that it can be pinpointed that this is faulty, this is wrong, something happened with it, whatever is the status. The only things which do not have a unique number is this box. The pens, basically. This pen doesn't have a unique number. The whole box has a number, which is batch number. Because that's the smallest unit in a manufacturing. So if they produce 1,000 together, that 1,000 has a unique number because 1,000 come together. And if they have to be destroyed, all 1,000 will have to be destroyed. If one is from faulty in that, the whole batch will go. Does that make sense? Because they don't have any other way of saying which one. And that is why your pound and that's why your 99 shops.
they buy these 40 bots.
They're not faulty. The quality standard is always, yeah. Because in a batch they produce 1,000. There was a freight going. Something hit that freight from the corner the box got. The quality will not take it. That whole box is going to be refused. Where is that going? Do you understand? The company cannot take it back. It's a bin. For them it's to be bin. So all the pound lines have actually, that's a business. They've just gone and said, can we have that batch, basically? It's a bin.
So then they get this.
They are making money out of nothing. Because the company cannot charge them for that box. Company has to give them free. So they get it free. So make sense? For company, that is a destroyed thing. So that's destroyed. So for their pound land is a bin, rubbish land. Something whichever comes as a what do you call it? Disqualified or whatever, cannot be accepted, goes to them. So pound land doesn't pay anything to get that. They get it for free and they make only profit on that product. obviously they pay salary to people.
And transport.
But for the
And transport, logistics, yes.
for the manufacturers, why do they give it to
Because they can't sell it, it's rejected.
No, but
It is rejected, their policy, they can't, according to their policy.
if someone sold that in Poundland, it might get in the value.
No, it won't. Because for them it's a bin anyway, they can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Why the policy is wrong for the company, it's fine for Poundland.
Because Poundland doesn't sell it as boxes, Poundland sell it as open items.
Yeah. What did the company get out of it? So it would be.
Nothing, their product street reaches market. Obviously there is an indirect,
Some cost.
indirect catch, like in-kind gifts going from Poundland, but that's it. They can't earn legitimate taxable money on that, does that make sense? They have to give it out. Obviously what people do is they do a subsidiary company.
So you become a
You're like, I know I have got 12, so I will start my own subsidiary company. I will not give it to Poundland. I will have my own sister company. Does that make sense? Like I run pants. Like I have a big. They have a big 2. Does that make sense? So whatever pays from big goes to big 2, and they obviously sell it for half price or whatever. But then there are many companies who give it free. Does that make sense? There are people who profits in, that's their charity. That's their CSR box take basically. That we've done for community. We've given
So
such a big thing.
I charge you 99 into it.
And that happens, and that's okay. Okay, coming down to the point, this is from a pen to a computer to a television to a washing machine. So I don't know whether you know, all the major companies have their online stores where the rejected computers get sold, which are perfectly fine. You just need to find the place. They have outlet stores, they have online shops. So you will, there are places because what happens is like a Dell. Let's say some big company gave an order to Dell for 10 laptops on a specific spec. Company refused to take it because it was delayed. Dell cannot sell it on a full price. Dell cannot sell it again because it's not made for that company. So they had to give it to someone on a whatever price or half price, and they can sell it. That means they will never reach their full price. They will always be sold on a half, whatever. So you just have to find the outlets on internet. But there are companies.
And you know some of them?
Yes, I know. I bought my computer 9 years back, laptop from them.
Are you
Perfectly
gonna
fine.
send those email lists to the companies?
Oh, it was wonderful. I got 800 laptop and 400 pounds. What's wrong with that? It's a brand new laptop. Brand new laptop. It was a brand new laptop. It's a brand new laptop. I just can't go on a market for a good price because it has been rejected by a company's order. They don't want it.
So it goes as a refurbished brand?
It doesn't say refurbished. It would say they might use whatever term they want to use.
I think we all have the same question here.
What do you
get it from? What did you wear?
I can find out. No, it is online. You just pay and the machine. I'll tell you. I don't know the name of them. I'm not a person who looks for gadgets. It's my husband who looks. He's good at looking at it. He reads. He can sit on machines and read for hours. So he finds out. Right? I'm not at all. I don't even go on internet. So don't ask me what's the site. I can ask him to give me the names of the sites and he'll give me.
Right.
And I'll give it to you. But I have given it in past to my learners, and I think many of the learners have bought from
I
me.
know things like Amazon has an outlet store as well.
All the companies have. All the companies have. And some of them call it as factory outlet.
Could we maybe get this tomorrow?
Some companies have that as factory outlet.
Yeah.
It starts from shoe to whichever thing you mentioned. It's just they're all there. But it's just finding is the time. Once you find it, you're okay with that. Does that make sense? So all export, import, whatever, because what happens is the quality standards are so tough. If the box gets damaged, even at the corner because of damp, whatever, the whole box will go. Can't be sold. Can't go for a shipment. And where does that product go? So some companies smaller in number, whatever the policy started with, for instance, whatever the quality policy says, but usually it can never go back on the full price. That's the norm. But then how the company has twisted that, it depends on the number. Is that okay? But what I'm saying is that only happens with batch numbers. If there are, like your phones have got EME, I numbers. So everything which comes out of any system has to have an identity which is unique. Is that right? And we call that concept as a primary key in a database. That column, does that make sense? The column which is that right? It's primary key. So your NI number is a primary key for that department. Usually we do not work with primary keys. Does that make sense? We might not know the number, but somewhere in the paperwork or wherever it will keep tagging along. Like we don't work with NHS number. We don't even know about NHS number. But whatever records they hold, it is by NHS number. So in medical field now, you know with your NHS number, isn't it? So everything is linked with those numbers together. Does that make sense? So that means government can link things information together based on NI, passport, NHS number. They can all be put together. Does that make sense? And I don't know whether you know, I will not go there yet. I'll not go there yet. Does bank ask for your NI number? Does bank ask for your NI number?
When you're trying to create
They do. If you're working, they might not, right?
Oh, so they can fact you what
No, what I'm trying to say, at the moment, whatever loose ends we think are, they're purposefully there. And they're monopolies of those companies. If today the government wants, they can actually just go to bank and say, these are the NI numbers, I want their bank accounts. Full stop. Everything is there. People can hide wherever they want to hide.
people others watching you.
What I'm trying to say is, and I don't know whether you know, many countries have started that. They've linked this. All three departments have come together, or four departments have come together. Everything is linked. So there's no way you can say one information is here, the other information is there. They're all linked. And with electronic data, it is just a matter of writing on one query. One query and the entire data. The whole history of a person will be on a piece of paper. The whole life will be on a piece of paper.
So you're physically one query.
If you just want, because you're one person, you one record. You one record. So all I need is that one record. Does that make sense? Obviously, you will have multiple information. You might have 1,000 records in one database. You might have one record in one database. Your business, your bank account. But then again, it is how now in a bank, there is an account number and there is a customer number, which are two different things. Does that make sense? Customer number is a primary key, and an account number is also primary key. Does that make sense? But two different systems. For transactions, account number is a primary key. For a bank itself, you are a customer. Does that make sense? So you can hold multiple accounts. Basic. So for transactions, your account number is primary key. Same way with your utility companies. Does that make sense? You have a customer ID number, and then you have your account numbers for the service which can separate, because you can have two or three. Is that okay? Okay, so primary key. Now, in this case, what I have to do is I want to give primary key to this. I want to make this primary key. I want to tell system that this is my primary key. Is that okay? So what I need to do is here. Can you see primary word written here? Just go to your customer number and hit primary. That's it. Click on primary. Is that okay? Just one. Just go to customer number and here click on primary. Browse. Structure. Prime, go to structure. Right, where you go where you have customer number, click on primary. Down. Your customer number is down. Yeah. Right, now go back to your browse. Please go back to your browse. Yeah, it's okay. No, you haven't. It has not worked. Click on structure. Click on primary. No, not here. Can you see primary written next to here? Can you? Okay. You can't see because there is more. Your screen is small. Just maximize it so that you can. Yeah. That primary word next to customer number. Can you see primary? Yeah. That's it. Now go back to your browse. Look what has happened. As soon as you go back to your browse, can you see edit, copy, delete suddenly has come up, which was not there earlier. I can change that information, I can delete that record, I can edit it inline, or I can write down an individual statement. So you need a primary key to be able to edit a record. Otherwise, computer doesn't know which record are you talking about to edit. I can do mass editing, collectively. Change all those people who live in Stratford to London suddenly. It is possible. But for one record changing, if you want to change just one record, you won't be able to do that unless you have a primary key. Is that okay? Yeah? So you can just click edit. You can edit any record. It just gives you the values. You can just go there and change. Is that? So let's say I want to change this information to I've changed a record to Leighton. I'm going to change one more record to Leighton just to show you something. Okay. Now I want a list of people who live in Stratford or Loughton. How do I do that? I want a list of people who live in Stratford and Loughton. How do I do that? Search, yes, and area, and I say equals, and I say what? Okay, and then try. Can I write this? You're saying I put or. The pipe signs. And write down Loughton. Doesn't work. It won't work. If you just say Stratford, it would work. Is that? Yeah? But this search, I don't have an option in a front end to say or. Is that right? No, this interface allows me to search, but it is allowing me to search per field, which is fine. But as far as they are all in AND, I'm looking only for AND, because they all work as AND. They don't work as OR. So that means, do you understand? If I put search here, okay, at the moment I'm just looking, but let's say if I say area Leighton, and I said first name E, anything in E, is that right? So if I say go, I've put two conditions now, is that right? So I get people with Leighton and E. This makes sense. They're not or. Both the conditions have to be true. I will only see. So there's no way I can put two conditions which are or in the screen. So that means I'm limited with the screen to get the data out from my database. Does that make sense? And as I said, I'll go back to where I started. I cannot say I want address for this person. I'm seeing the whole record. I don't want to see the rest of the details. I only want address. Just show me the address. Does that make sense? On my screen, I only want to see that. I can't do that with this search. So I need to be able to write down a statement which can give me that. Is that right? And that statements are called as query language or SQL. So what we'll do is after lunch, we'll just do a very basic SQL statement. So we'll start with SQL statement with very small ones. I mean, you can take it to as complicated as you want, but I'll give you a small exercise which is very basic. Is that okay? Lunch break.